The movie begins with a slightly creepy repetition of the phrase "open your eyes." Our hero named Caesar wakes up, does his morning routine, and heads outside. We understand that he is well-to-do, lives in an upscale neighborhood, and has a convertible. Suddenly the young man notices that the world around him is empty, there are no cars on the roads. In a panic, the hero goes outside, and runs along a huge highway, which looks deserted and eerie. Suddenly the young man wakes up, it turns out that it was just a terrible dream. Before leaving, he asks the girl lying in his bed not to leave him messages on the alarm clock. This time, the streets look naturally busy and noisy. Caesar picks up his friend, and reminds him that he has an important meeting today, so they need to hurry. During tennis, Pelayo complains about not having as much success with the girls. When the hero learns that Nuria has been at Caesar's house for 2 days, he is very surprised, because usually his friend left girls for the night at most. Suddenly the action moves to a strange room, where Caesar is lying on the floor, and some man asks the guy if what happened to his face can be explained by the influence of God. The camera moves away and we see that the hero's face looks like a strange mask and he is in prison. The caretaker wants to punish Caesar when he starts making noise, but the doctor asks to leave them alone and not to spoil the therapy. The young man tells him that his father, who passed away 15 years ago, owned a chain of restaurants, which is why he is rich. The doctor asks if Caesar knows why he is here and gets the wrong answer. The man tells him that the hero has slaughtered a man and must answer for his act. The action shifts to Caesar's birthday. Pelayo comes to the party, but not alone, but with a lovely girl named Sophia. The birthday boy takes the presents to the bedroom and suddenly sees Nuria on the bed. Caesar says that she should leave, since he did not invite her, but the girl persistently tries to stay and get closer to the young man. However, the hero returns to the guests and begins to groom Sophia. Caesar sees Nuria coming down the stairs, and asks his new acquaintance to pretend that they are having a great time. Seeing that the persistent heroine is getting closer, Caesar and Sophia hide in a separate room. There the couple are chatting sweetly when a drunk Pelayo suddenly appears. He says he's not feeling well and should go home. Pelayo is angry that his friend is courting Sophia, but Caesar assures him that he is not. After the party, the birthday boy walks the girl home, and sees that she lives quite modestly. Sophia tells him that she is studying to be an actress and likes cats, but the hero likes neither one nor the other. Caesar began to look at pictures and things of the girl, when he suddenly felt that he fell in love. The heroes have a nice time and decide to draw each other. Sophia's drawing comes out as a caricature of the guy's love for money. But the portrait of Caesar looks marvelous. The hero slyly offers to sell the picture for a kiss, but the girl gloomily reminds him that Pelayo is his best friend. The pair watch TV together, and in the morning Sophia kisses Caesar with a smile. Encouraged guy goes outside, when Nuria unexpectedly drives up to him. The girl offers to have a little fun while Caesar waits for more active actions from Sophia. During the drive, Nuria says that happiness for her is just to ride with the hero in the same car. However, the guy behaves coldly and indulges in dreams about Sophia. Nuria realizes this, and suddenly asks if Caesar believes in God. The hero realizes that something is wrong, and then the girl begins to accelerate, and flies off the cliff, after which the car crashes into the wall. After a while, Caesar meets Sophia, and tells her about his terrible dream with the accident in Nuria's car. In addition, after it, the guy was very disfigured. Suddenly it turns out that the meeting with Sophia was just a dream. The hero has been in a coma for several weeks, and his face has been very badly disfigured by a violent head-on collision. Doctors explain that they cannot restore the young man's face, as all the skin is made up of scars. Caesar continues to insist that in the 21st century much more serious surgeries can be performed, and he is ready to pay any amount of money. In response, the chief doctor shows the hero a mask, the same one the hero was wearing in the cell during the conversation with the doctor. The doctor reminded that then the surgeons still managed to correct facial defects, but Caesar replies unhappily that it is no more than tolerable. The boy banishes the doctor, but before doing so asks him to leave a pencil and a notebook. Caesar starts to draw Sophia's face from memory. After the accident, he secretly follows her from the car, and watches the girl in the mime costume perfecting her acting. Having made up his mind, Caesar approaches Sophia and asks her why she never called after the accident. The heroine sadly replies that she was afraid that her call would rather upset the hero, but the young man does not believe it. Sophia touches his face and swears that she didn't mean to hurt Caesar. Before meeting Pelayo and his girlfriend, the hero looks at his reflection in the mirror and tries to disguise his ugliness. He ends up wearing a mask and lies to his friends that he was told to wear it to avoid infection. Pelayo guesses that Caesar is actually ashamed of his face. The hero says that Sophia doesn't want to be alone with the traumatized guy, and asks why Caesar is hanging his problems on a girl he's seen once. A frustrated young man gets drunk in a bar, taking off his mask while his friends dance and party, forgetting everything. After getting drunk, Caesar finds his mask on the dance floor, and in the reflection in the toilet he sees that his face looks the same as before. Back to Sophia, the young man tries to cheer up the girl by reminding her of their acquaintance. But she reacts very restrained and wants to go home. The boys see Sophia off. When the heroine goes home, Pelayo continues to walk beside his friend, but suddenly says that he forgot his motorcycle somewhere nearby and he needs to go back for it. Caesar guesses that he will actually run to catch up with Sophia and will stay with her overnight. The exasperated hero runs after them, but from the nervous shock he falls, feeling abandoned, deceived and deprived of everything he had not valued before. The next morning, Caesar is awakened by Neria. The frightened hero pulls away, but suddenly realizes that it is actually Sophia. The girl apologizes to Caesar and kisses him. The heroes walk in the park, and the young man has a strange feeling, as if he has been here before. The action moves to a new meeting between the prisoner Caesar and the doctor. The man says that the hero repeated the name Lee in his dream, but Caesar has no acquaintances with that name. The hero recalls that in the dream he was in an unfamiliar office and signed strange papers. The psychiatrist clarifies whether it was not a consent to surgery, but Caesar shakes his head negatively. The young man recalls that before the operation he was invited to the office, where the chief physician spoke about the innovative equipment that had arrived at the clinic. The surgeon guaranteed that in 2 weeks Caesar's face could be restored. At first the hero didn't believe them, but then he decided that there was nothing more to lose. The equipment looked like something out of science fiction. Despite Caesar's negative thoughts about his present, the doctor says that the return of memories is a very good thing. After the surgery, Sophia comes to the hero and, after removing the mask, sees that his face has become absolutely beautiful, as before. At a meeting with Pelayo, Caesar asks if he is upset that Sophia has left him. The hero replies that he is already used to such turns during the whole time of communication with his friend, and does not hold a grudge against him. At night Caesar wakes up, and suddenly sees that his face has become ugly. Fortunately, however, the young man wakes up. When he goes into the bathroom, he sees his usual face in the mirror, but on the bed he finds Neria. The girl swears that her name is Sophia, but the hero does not believe her. Caesar goes to the police, but the investigator assures him that the girl's documents are in order and her name is really Sophia. The annoyed young man continues to stand his ground, and the policeman clarifies whether he is not taking illegal substances. On his way out of the police station, Caesar meets Pelayo. A friend shows him a recent photograph, but instead of Sophia, it is Neria. Caesar does not understand what is happening. He believes that some kind of conspiracy is unfolding around him. In the bar, a man appears in front of the young man. He claims that the hero has not gone mad, but just had dreams. A person realizes a dream only when he wakes up, and sometimes they are so realistic that it is difficult to distinguish them from the real world. Caesar says he wants silence, and the people around him suddenly fall silent as if by magic. Hearing this story, the psychiatrist decides to hypnotize the hero to find out the truth. Caesar tells that Lee is the secretary from his dream, who told him to go to a strange office. The strange man from the dream was in front of him in the office, and offered to sign a contract. And in the next vision, a disfigured Caesar took a bunch of pills to end his life. After the session, the doctor asked again if the patient had taken any illegal substances. After hearing a negative answer, the man asked another question: what happened to Sophia? The hero broke into the girl's apartment, and saw that all the photos and drawings really depicted Neria. Suddenly the girl herself appears, and calms Caesar down. However, when she comes back with water, the hero again sees the real Sophia in front of him and kisses her. At night, the girl again turns into Nuria. Afterwards, Caesar smothers her with a pillow and sees that his face is still ugly. Upon hearing this story, the psychiatrist says that he has a strange mental disorder, and he will talk about it in court. Nevertheless, the doctor advises the young man to hire a lawyer. While in the asylum, Caesar suddenly sees the same man from the dream on TV. He puts up a fight, but still recognizes the name Serge Duvernoy. After telling everything to the psychiatrist, Caesar guesses that Lee is the name of a life extension company. The hero learns that they have representatives in Madrid, and suggests that the doctor go there together. Being guarded by police officers, Caesar gets into the company's office. An employee tells him about one of their new concepts to freeze a person and turn his life into a dream, so that he does not wait for a terrible future, but lives life here and now. Caesar realizes that he most likely signed this contract and lives in a dream, and his subconscious just set him up, because of which everything turned out to be a nightmare. The psychiatrist asks the hero to take off his mask and he sees himself as ugly, although the doctor swears that this is not the case at all. Furious and confused, Caesar runs out of the bathroom and screams that he wants to wake up. The hero takes away the guard's weapon and proceeds to massacre passers-by. However, Caesar is saved by a doctor. The hero says that there are no wounds, and, getting out of bed, the man is convinced of this. There is not a soul around the center. On the roof, Cesar meets Serge Duvernoy, who tells him that the company froze a young man 150 years ago. The man says that the moment of montage between real and virtual life was the night after the club. In reality, Caesar never saw Sophia again, and doctors did not fix his face. The young man spent many months locked up, found Li's company, signed a contract, and then killed himself to be happy. Duvernoy says that the company only provided the characters, but it was the hero's subconscious that created the nightmare. The man suggests that Caesar rebuild a new amazing world. There is another option to wake up in the future, where doctors can fix the young man's face. But in order to do this in the dream, he must forfeit his life. Caesar chooses to get rid of illusions. He says goodbye to Sophia, Pelayo, and the psychiatrist, and throws himself down from the roof. Reality envelopes the hero in darkness, in which he hears the fateful words, "Open your eyes." This is the end of the movie. Thank you all for watching this video to the end. Give this video a like. Write in the comments what you think about this movie, and see you in new videos.